the stories you've heard. They don't tell the whole truth. The island is indeed the place of legend. There's power and vast riches as well. But those who've gone before you have simply vanished, never heard from again. I saw the horror, the madness that overcame the crew. It was beyond any evil the world has ever known. How I survived, I do not know. The contents of this box are not of this world. They will guide you to that one, wherever and whatever that may be. Go then, Captain. Chart your course and your fate. I will say a prayer for the souls of your crew.
Hey guys, how's it going? So this is New World. This is a brand new game, the very first game, as far as I know, from Amazon Game Studios. And today I am going to play it a little bit and hopefully everything goes well. I've heard some stories of people not being able to play the game at all, so we will see if I am one of the lucky ones. As always, with all of my first impression reviews, I will be giving you my running commentary throughout the entire video for the next hour or two or however much, and by the end of the video I will tell you my opinions on the game, whether the game is worth buying for $40, since that's how much the game costs, or whether the game is not worth $40. So if you only want to hear exactly what I think about the game, my closing arguments on the game, then simply skip to the last 5 minutes of the video as always. Otherwise, stay tuned and I will be playing the game and giving you my running commentary. So this is the game. We start off with male. Female. There's different faces that you can do. Let's first off change the skin tone. This one looks like she has severe sunburn. I think that one is fine. Let's change the face, see if we can't get a better face. That one looks like a Helga face. That's definitely a Helga face. This one looks a little bit Asian. That one looks like a granny. So there's clearly a whole bunch of different face options. That's good. You can get a whole bunch of variants. Not everyone will look the same, most likely. Let's go with this one. This one has strong eyebrows. That's always very important when going on a otherworldly adventure, strong eyebrows. So then we get to the hair. Let's first off make it black. And then we can go through the different hair options. There's the friar tuck. That's a very important hairdo. Well, that's the fucking friar tuck. That's one. I'll have a hairdo on a woman. There's the what's that other guy from GTA? Fred, or who was that guy? I forgot his name. cornrows. This one doesn't look too bad. There's a Jonas brother who puts his hair like this. And I'm sad that I know that. Wow, this is like a Goku hairstyle almost. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I like the Goku hairstyle. So we can change the color as well. The color looks very washed out. I don't like how the color looks. It looks extremely washed out. That's not very good. Blue looks cool. Purple looks okay. I think I might go with blue. I think this looks pretty cool. Makes me stand out. Facial hair, so yeah, then there's facial hair. You can put a nice old beard on your character. Doesn't matter if it's male or female. That's always good. You should always have the maximum amount of choice when it comes to a game. Devs shouldn't limit you simply because you're a female. I mean, in Cyberpunk you can put a penis on a female. That's always good. So yeah, I'm not gonna have any facial hair. I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna give her blue eyes features, so you can give her some spots. Make her ginger. Give her a skin, whatever. What's that? Vitiligo or whatever it's called. Yeah, Vitiligo. I think that looks cool. Make her a little bit ginger. That's not too bad. Scars. And make her look like she was in a fight with a house cat. And she didn't do too bad. Just got one scratch off. Or a bunch of scratches off. This cat really fucked her up. Let's go with this one. A little scratch over the eye, like Ciri, almost. Ciri from Witcher 3. And then you can get a bunch of tattoos. Where are the tattoos? Oh, they're on the face. Let's make them black so that we can see them better. You can give her like assassin mascara or eye blush, whatever it's called. I would like to also be able to get like body tattoos or something like that. That looks pretty cool. That also looks pretty cool. I think it's between this one or this one. I think let's go with this one. I think that looks pretty cool. She almost looks like a antagonist that you would find in a lot of animes. LFP Gaming, of course. It's definitely not taken. Don't tell me it's taken. Okay, it's not taken. One of you bastardos didn't take my name. You cannot change your name. Yes, that's fine. I've actually played games before where my name was taken, and I just know that's one of you guys fucking with me. That's not good. Yeah, massive mountains rising from the ocean is not what you want to see on your journey to an island. That's bad news bears, as the Americans say. So we're just waiting for the load screen to end. For your information, I'm not running this game on an SSD. I'm running it on a normal hard drive, as always. With all of my game reviews, I just put it on a normal hard drive so that we can gauge the loading times and all of that, since it would be a little bit cheating to put it on an SSD. We're still waiting. This is a good 30 seconds almost already. That's not good, but if there are no additional loading screens throughout the game, if this is basically the only loading screen, then that's not too bad, you know? Like in World of Warcraft, there's a loading screen at the beginning and no other loading screens at all from then on, unless you actually travel to a different world. Now, otherwise, you can fly anywhere on the entire continent if you want. So there's a login queue. I kind of expected that. I heard from people that the login queue can take hours. On some of the servers, the login queue is literally days. I'm not even joking with you. Literally days. Now, this might not be a problem when the game actually fully releases, but it might be a problem. It might still stay a problem. Now, the issue that I have with this is the fact that it is an always online game. So, first off, the game uses easy anti-cheat DRM. So that's a DRM and that's an anti-cheat system. I don't like that, firstly, because it requires, what do you call it, kernel access. It requires kernel access to function. And that's not good from a privacy standpoint, since the DRM, the cheat software, can basically screw with your computer's files if they want to. Secondly, part of the online always system is you can't play the game when you want to play the game. If the servers are in maintenance, you can't play the game. If there is problems with their login servers, you can't play the game. If there's any problem whatsoever on their side, you can't play the game. Your character can be deleted, then you can't play the game. Like, it's really, really annoying to have an always online game. Like with Fallout 76, I've experienced times where I can't simply play the game. I paid $40 for the game and I can't play the game. Like, literally, I've given my money to the devs and I can't play the game when I want to play the game. I've gotten the same with Planet Zoo. I've gotten the same with what's a few other games. GTA. I can't simply play GTA 5 when I want to, because they now made it so that you have to log online and then you can play the single player mode of GTA 5. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, you know. I mean, you give your money to these devs, and then firstly this can happen, their servers can be down, a myriad of different reasons can make it so that you simply can't play the product. You can't use the product that you've paid for. So that's a pretty big problem. The game is always online. As far as I know, it's gonna stay always online. Obviously, this is now the closed beta phase, but once the game fully releases, there's gonna be way more players on the game. So how the hell, if there are login queues now already, login queues of days, in some cases, where you literally have to keep your client open and running on your PC for days. How the hell are they going to solve that when they are going to have 100 times more players when the game actually releases? Because now obviously they only let in a certain amount of players into their closed beta. By my estimation, it should be around 50,000 players worldwide that they have allowed into the closed beta. Fortunately, I'm one of them. But 50,000 players, if your system, if your servers can't even handle 50,000 people, how the hell are your servers going to handle 500,000 once the game fully releases? So that's pretty crazy, to be honest. I actually want to check quickly if I can see how many owners the game has on Steam already. Let me see if I can quickly see that, then I will tell you guys in just a second how many owners the game actually already has. So if their servers already have trouble with 50,000 players, just fucking imagine how much trouble the game is going to have with like 500,000. So right now it seems I can't see what how many players the game has. Like, I will see quickly. I will just pause the recording and I will get back to you guys in just a second to see if I can find that information. Okay, so I actually found it. It's a little bit more than my estimation. I thought 50,000 people, but it turns out they let in nearly 200,000 people into their game. So if there's these types of login queues longer than a couple of days with 200,000 players, how the hell are they going to deal with the login queues on their current servers with 500,000 or maybe even 1 million players once the game fully releases? I mean, I simply don't see how they are going to be able to do that unless they vastly increase the server capacity that they currently have. And I mean, they are going to have to increase their server capacity 5 times over by 500%. They're going to have to increase it in order to have 500,000 players that will not suffer from a login queue, because right now they have 200,000 players that are suffering from insane login queues. So that is one thing that you guys need to take into consideration when thinking about paying $40 for this game. You are by going by what information we have right now, you are going to suffer from login queues, server maintenance, server downtime, server login issues, a whole bunch of shit like that for your $40. And I'm sorry, but that is not acceptable. That is not fun at all. So I will pause the video again and I will get back to you guys when I am actually in the game. So I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, well, after waiting about 20 minutes, I got an error and I tried to log back in and I was returned to the previous login queue with like 45 minutes remaining, whereas I was at about 20 minutes remaining. And then I got this error, login services, blah, 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 blah. And now my character is gone. So I will just basically restart the game and see, oh, it's back. Okay, so my game is bugging around. I will just see if I can get into the game again. I was afraid that I would have to restart my character, like create another character. That is the problem that I told you guys already. With games like these, your character can be deleted. I have played previous online games like these. Your character simply gets deleted due to some rollback that they do on the server or anything like that. That happened with me on Fallout 76. When you contact the devs, they simply say, go fuck yourself, go create a new character. So that is an unfortunate side effect of having an online always game like this. Simply one of those things that you have to consider when paying $40 for the game. Okay, guys, here we go. Just guess how long I waited. Okay, just guess. Okay, did you guess 30 minutes like it showed? Nope. Guess again. I waited about 15 minutes. I got another error. I again wasted about 15 minutes. I got another fucking error. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I finally got in, but I mean, since the start, like, it's been fucking insane. It's been like 2 hours. No jokes. Easily 2 hours, when it actually just showed at the beginning, like, fucking 30 minutes.
Come closer. Your captain needs you. There's something wrong. I'm not feeling right. That devil's storm. What in the nine hells was that about? And where is my box? Need my box. Did you take it? You bilge rat. Something isn't right. To come so close. It's not fair. What's happening to me? I can't die. Not like this.
Yeah, and of course he dies. Okay, take all these items, round shield and light rations. Open your inventory, equip, double click, drag over there, pretty standard stuff, eat something. Okay, finally I can move around. The game feels a little bit weird, but okay, we might get used to that. So anyway, it's been about 2 hours. I really haven't been keeping track of the time, but it's been at least 2 hours. I like literally stood up, went to make myself a little bit of food, came, sat down, and I saw, oh, okay, I got the error again. I entered the queue again, and rinse and repeat. That shit happened a couple of fucking times. But yeah, it's been about 2 hours now. So, we will basically hope that I don't get disconnected again. If I get disconnected again, then I don't know. Then I honestly cannot recommend this game if I get disconnected again. But like I said, before all of the shit even happened, you are going to have shit like this happen because this game is always online. This is a problem with always online games. Login queues, shit like this is going to happen. If they don't severely improve their... what the hell is going on? If they don't severely improve their servers. What the hell went on there? Like... I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I really can't explain it. So let's have a look. To be honest, the game looks pretty shitty. I'm running it on high. And the game looks shitty. I mean, look. Look at this shit. It's like fucking MMO from 2010. Not an MMO from 2021 from a billion-dollar developer like Amazon. I mean, the game should look better. It looks pretty bad, to be honest. So combat involves simply standing in front of an enemy and mashing left click or holding right click. That's really it. Block is just you press right click, or you can hold in right click in order, oh no, hold in left click in order to do a heavy attack, like that. There's seemingly a bit of rubber banding. Once again, that is going to be a problem if you are relying on the servers. If you are relying on your PC and your connection communicating with the servers at Amazon. Seemingly their servers are pretty shitty. I just had 900 latency, which is almost a second of delay. That's pretty bad, to be honest. No game should have a second of delay, especially not a game from, once again, a billion-dollar company. Their servers should be much better. Okay, we level up. Then I can choose Whirling Blade, which is obviously a circle attack. Or we can choose Shield Rush. Rush forward 5 meters, knocking back foes and dealing 125 weapon damage. I think I'm gonna go for the Whirling Blade. I like that more than the Shield Rush thing. The Shield Rush thing will hopefully knock back and damage all enemies in 5 meters. Instead of like hitting the first enemy and then stopping. You know, that would really suck if you simply hit the first enemy and then it stops. Auto run equals. Okay, so the game has auto run. That's always useful in an MMO. This looks a bit better. Once again, it's not fantastic. It's not like wow, you know, it's really, I would almost say, average looking. There's plenty of MMOs on the market who have this type of graphics, so the graphics isn't impressive, to be honest. And like I said, I'm running the game on high. There's only one step above high. So you're basically looking at the game with the best, or close to the best graphics. Okay, so I descend into the mist, whatever this mist is. The music just abruptly changed for some reason. Is this the same guy from earlier?
No, you would have been better off dying at sea.
Okay, I did right click there, but apparently it didn't do much. Okay, there I blocked it. Blocked that one successfully. Okay, I didn't even get a chance to block that one. Okay, so I didn't need to defeat him completely. That was an unwinnable battle. Once again, we get a nice loading screen. As we remember, the first loading screen at the very beginning was a whopper. That was like a 40-second loading screen. Okay, so it seems we're finally in the game. And we can start collecting stuff. This is your typical run around, collect stuff game. There's crafting and all of that. Okay, I guess we have to run over there to get to the watchtower. What's this? Yeah, I get a little bit of experience from reading stuff. I like that. I like games where you get experience for reading stuff. Supply cache, what is that? Flint arrow. I got some flint arrows. Let's have a look here, talk to this guy.
Sailor we have here, don't we? Still, better off the...
Okay, the dialogue was interrupted for some reason. I didn't press anything.
Name's Lynch. I'm down here from the First Light Settlement. Wanted to assess the impact of that storm that wrecked your ship. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, even under such ugly circumstances.
Okay, level 2.
Wherever you come from, it's lost to you. This is your home now. Eternum. An isle of treacherous shores and lost memory. Nothing as it was in the old world. Death itself is a different creature here, and a finicky one. You've come back to life unscathed, but your crewmates and those from other ships weren't so lucky. They'll be wandering the beach as the soulless drowned now. Right thing is to try and put them back to rest. It's better if you do it.
Okay. I do like the fact that the game has voiced lines so that you don't have to read each and every fucking quest, you know. I don't like reading constantly. In my opinion, it breaks the immersion of the game. So I would much prefer a game where the quests and all of that kind of stuff is read for you. So we get 2 attribute points when we level up. Strength, what does strength do? Primary attribute for the Warhammer, Great Axe, Sword and Hatchet. Secondary attribute for the Spear. Primary attribute for the Bow, Rapier, Spear and Musket. Secondary attribute for the Sword and Hatchet, that's Dexterity. So it seems that instead of perhaps having strength increase your melee damage, dexterity increase your stamina or anything like that, it simply comes down to a specific attribute affecting the attributes for specific weapons. So focus increases the attributes for the Staff of Life, which is the healing staff. Intellect increases the attributes for the Fire Staff and the Ice Gauntlet, which is like magical stuff. So you get the general idea. Normally intellect would increase your mana, but I'm assuming the game doesn't have mana, even though I see here at the side it says mana regenerate. So I don't know, I'm assuming intelligence then does not affect your mana at all. I don't know. And then there are different milestones, quote unquote milestones, that you can unlock. So this one is +5 damage to melee light attacks, plus 10 damage percent damage to melee weapon heavy attacks, plus 20 to encumbrance. So I'm assuming that is the weight system, the carrying system in the game. So there's a bunch of different stuff. Plus 50% stamina damage for melee weapon, light and heavy attacks, mining speed. Stamina regen is faster while performing light and heavy attacks with a melee weapon. Light and heavy attacks with a melee weapon gain grit. I don't know what grit is. Please don't tell me that is simply a spelling mistake and they meant to say crit instead of grit. Dexterity gives you skilling speed and critical hit chance, thrust damage, haste for 3 seconds after skinning. What the fuck does that help you? 20% haste for 3 seconds after skinning. That is the most useless passive skill that I've ever heard of in my entire life. Dodges cost 10% less stamina, that's good. Plus 10 bonus backstab and headshot damage. So with backstabbing, that's pretty interesting. Perhaps the game has a stealth system, I'm not really sure. Plus 10 bonus critical damage on stunned, slowed or rooted enemies. Guaranteed critical hit after a dodge roll. And only trigger once every 10 seconds. That's not too bad. Let's have a look at intellect. Plus 10 damage to light and heavy magic attacks. Plus 10 crit hit damage. Plus 15% elemental damage. Plus 10 mana after a dodge. That will be good. So there is mana in the game. 30% duration of damage over time spells. Plus 30% damage on first hit on a full health target. Well, that's pretty useless. Plus 10 mana regen rate, plus 22 mana pool, plus 20 healing output, plus 20 duration on casted buffs, 30 plus mana on any self or group kill. So you get mana when you kill stuff. That's pretty interesting. Your mana hits 0, gain 200% more mana regen for 10 seconds. And it's on a 60-second cooldown. All health consumables 20% stronger. Increases health by 10% of your physical armor. Minus 10% to crit damage taken. Plus 20% increase to armor. Minus 80% damage reduction when full health. With a 60-second cooldown, I'm not really certain what that would mean, but okay. And then lastly, 20% duration of stuns, slow, and root spells. Okay, well, the attribute system is a little bit underwhelming. I would have liked it if they approached it differently, but okay, I guess. It's not the end of the world. And then you also get the weapon mastery system. Can you see what skills? Oh yes, you can see what skills there are. So every different weapon type has different skills. So there's sword, rapier, hatchet, warhammer, great axe, spear, bow, musket, fire staff, life staff, and ice gauntlet. And then it shows you what the left click does and the heavy attack as well. So with a life staff, the normal attack is 107% nature damage and the heavy attack is 155 nature damage. Fire staff does fire damage, ice gauntlet does ice damage as you would expect. The gauntlet that consumes mana to summon the freezing powers of ice spells, great for dealing persistent damage by calling upon elemental storms and stuff like that. I would be pretty interested in running with a life staff. I wonder if you can actually run with a life staff as a solo player, if it is viable as a solo player. Orb of Protection shoots out a light projectile that grants 15%, 45 or 20%. Heals an ally for 10% of weapon damage and deals 150 weapon damage when it hits an enemy. That's pretty cool. So you can take this and it will automatically shoot anyone close to you. I don't know if it's a persistent thing. Doesn't look like a persistent thing since the cooldown is 10 seconds. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I like the idea of playing with a healing staff as a solo player, you know. But okay, I'm not gonna go through all of the skills since that can easily take 20 minutes or so, you know. So I'm just basically gonna generally choose a weapon and go with it, you know. I don't know, let's go with the spear, some kind of a two-handed weapon. I don't like the idea of having a one-handed weapon and having a shield with it. I'm not a huge defensive player. I don't like blocking all that much. I would just much prefer to go full-on offensive with a spear, great axe, or warhammer. Maybe even something like a ranged weapon. I think ranged can be pretty good as well. We will see where we get our first weapon. Right now we only have the sword, and I don't see any place nearby where you can choose a weapon. I saw one guy running around with a great axe type thing, so I might want to look out if I can't get something like that for myself as well. So you can craft here or rest if you want. Let's have a look. Where should we go? I don't see anything in the air. The mouse sensitivity is a little bit low. Let me see if I can quickly change it just slightly. It should be around here somewhere. Camera sensitivity. Let's bump that up to around there. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. So let's have a look here. Oh, it's over there. Okay, so we should run to the left then. I don't like the fact that there's no sprinting. You can only roll like that, do a dodge roll. But otherwise than that, there's no sprinting. This is literally the maximum speed that you can run. So I'm not a huge fan of that. So you also get experience by running around and collecting stuff, or collecting areas, I guess you could say, unlocking areas. Okay, so I need to defeat 3 drowned. Let's collect this supply cache. I wonder how the tagging system works. Do you get full experience if you kill a guy, or only semi experience? Well, I get 7 experience when I kill a guy without me having done the first hit, so I might be interested. Oh, okay, so you get 11 experience when you kill a dude yourself, and 7 experience when you don't kill him yourself. There, once again, 11 experience, 11 experience. So yeah, it seems you get 11 experience if you kill them yourself or engage them before anyone else engages them. And then you get 7 experience if you don't engage them first. Okay, so we gained a level, we are done with our quest. Instead of farming more around here, I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna concentrate on showing you guys as much quests as possible. So I want to get as far into the game as possible instead of just like hanging around farming a specific area and all of that kind of stuff, you know. I'm the kind of player that actually would spend a little bit of time there just farming, but I'm going to take you guys into consideration and not do that. I'm gonna see if I can turn off global chat. I'm simply not a fan of having chat scroll past the whole time. Let's put it on direct messages. Can you turn it off? Direct messages. Doesn't seem that you can turn it off. Nope. How poor is that? Go to there. I mean, are you really telling me you can't? Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. And then there's also area, which shows when people level up. I don't really care for that too much. I don't care for health. That should be fine. Group is important if we join a group. I don't care about recruitment. I don't care about faction. And yeah, that should be fine. Okay, that's much better. Now we won't have a constant scrolling wall of text bothering us.
I know it wasn't a pleasant task, but it was the right thing. Helps protect the First Light settlement too. The drowned sometimes wander quite a ways. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? You're probably cold, exhausted, and half-starved after what you've been through. Don't go playing tough now. You need to learn how to survive out here. Gather some flint and wood and make yourself a skinning knife at the fire.
Okay, flint and wood. Do I already have some wood? No, I have a little bit of flint, but no wood. What the hell? The rubber banding in this game is really quite bad. That will be a problem, like I said, if you are in a place where you don't have great internet. If your connection isn't all that great, you're gonna have a bunch of rubber banding. I mean, I'm in South Africa. My line is not the best on earth, but I always have a very playable game. So it doesn't matter if I'm playing World of Warcraft. I've done mythic raiding in World of Warcraft, which is the most difficult type of raiding that you can do. I've done absolutely fine in there. League of Legends, Dota, CSGO. I mean, doesn't matter what game I play, I never have a problem. So it's pretty certain, pretty sure that either the lag and the rubber banding is coming from Amazon having poor servers, meaning they simply don't have servers in the correct regions to allow for good latency and good ping, or the servers are simply so overwhelmed that it is creating lag for everyone. Those are really the only two options that I can think about. Like I said, the problem is not on my side. I can play any game under the sun without lag and rubber banding like this. So if you have even a good connection, it's very possible that you are going to suffer from rubber banding and stuff like that, as I am right now. That's never good. You don't want players to buy a game and then fucking suffer through rubber banding and stuff like that, you know. That is not fun. So I'm crafting a flint axe, a skinning axe, or a skinning knife, a harvesting sickle, and then also a mining pick. And then we can have a look. You can eventually craft a wood longsword, even though I don't have any raw hide. How much damage does it do? 64 damage. I don't know how much my current one does. I will just have a look just now. To craft healing potions, tinctures, travel rations, fishing bait, light meal, satisfying meal, all of that kind of stuff. Let's have a look how much my weapon does currently. Where's my weapon? 84. So my current weapon is actually more powerful than the one that you can craft. That's pretty interesting. And I see that the game does have durability. So there at the bottom right, you can see durability 146 out of 1000. So the game does have a durability system. Let's equip that. Let's equip that. My new gear. And then can we salvage this? Salvage. Okay. Let's see, level up. Oh no, we're not gonna level up. Like I said, I want to first see what weapon I am going to get, and then based on what weapon I get, I will apply my skills.
You've got an eye for this, it seems. Now's time to make yourself a little feast. Aye, these boars around here can be right vicious, but they make for a fine meal. Hunt one down, butcher it up, and cook yourself some rations. My mouth is watering just thinking about those steaks. Beats having hardtack any day of the week.
Okay, hunt a boar. So you simply run up to the boar and press and hold E, which is the action key. And then it takes like a good 15 seconds to actually skin the boar. That seems a little bit excessive, 15 seconds to skin a single thing. It really seems a little bit excessive. Let's clean this one as well so that we can create a couple of meals. This skinning thing, the 15-second skinning thing, will get very old very quickly. I can tell you that for certain. Let's see if we can skin his one. Oh no. As soon as it's skinned or in the process of being skinned, then you can't come along and skin it as well. The devs have made assurances for that, I guess. But if someone kills a boar and they don't skin it, then you can come along and skin the boar. That would be pretty irritating if you get a troll who is constantly following you and waiting for you to kill a boar, and then they skin the boar before you can skin the boar. Like, if they have lower latency than what you do, then they are... Holy shit, this boar just healed 100%. If they have lower latency than what you do, then they can skin the boar before you can skin the boar. That will be supremely irritating, to be honest. I hope that the devs have made assurances for that as well, For instance, the carcass of the thing that you want to skin should be only skinnable by you, the player who killed it, for let's say 15 seconds afterwards. And then if you don't skin it within 15 seconds, then it becomes free for all to skin, you know, something like that. Like for instance, here I can skin this thing because someone else didn't skin it, you know. But if there was someone here who had just killed this thing and I come along and skin it, I mean, that would be pretty shitty, you know. Let's kill this one. I don't really see my health regenerating. Like, does the game not have health regeneration, or what the fuck's going on? Holy shit, come over here. Like, the rubber banding in this game is insane. I've spent the past 15 seconds just swiping at air. It's really things like this that will make me not purchase the game. I mean, if the full release game is going to be like this, then I'm sorry, you can't play like this. You can't play competitively like this, since if it's going to be like this when fighting NPCs, then it's absolutely going to be like this when doing PvP. And I mean, imagine in PvP if you are rubber banding like that, and someone else who is in America or in UK or wherever with a good connection, quote unquote, good connection to the server, you will get your ass handed to you because you have to deal with rubber banding, whereas the other player does not. So that will definitely enter into my own consideration when thinking about buying the game or not. I have not bought the game yet. As always, I have the opinion that you should not pre-order games, since I have just been fucked over too many times when pre-ordering games. So I don't think you should pre-order. Always wait until the game is fully released so that you can see the full product when it releases. I've also heard stories that the game has a cash shop, like an in-game cash shop, and you can buy several pay-to-win stuff in the shop. Things that make you level up faster, give you extra skills, allow you to teleport faster, something like that. I'm not too sure. I don't know if the instant teleport system or the fast travel system is on a cooldown, and then if you buy the thing in the shop, then it's not on a cooldown, something like that. I'm not really too certain, but we will see if we can have a gander at the cash shop before. Why can't I go past there? Before we end the video, since that's always very, very important to take into consideration as well. Having a cash shop, oh for fuck's sake, having a cash shop in a game which already costs $40 is inexcusable. I'm sorry, but it is absolutely inexcusable. So, to be honest with you, if this game does have that kind of a cash shop, I will not be recommending it. I simply cannot recommend a game that has that kind of cash shop and costs $40. So we will skin this boar. That guy is skinning his boar. We will level up when we give our quest in, I believe. Oh, we first have to cook a light ration. So let's have a look. I can actually craft that sword, but that sword literally does less damage than my current sword. Light ration, here we go. Let's craft. Why don't we craft a bunch of them? I mean, let's craft 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exit. So you also get cooking that can level up. Let's have a look here. Where are the things? Trade skills. Okay, so you get a bunch of different trade skills as well. I recently played a game. What was that game? Medieval Dynasty. It's not a bad game. It's very similar to this game as well. The graphics are actually better in that game than this game, I believe. And it works the same. When you do logging, you gain logging skill. When you do skinning, you gain skinning skill. When you do mining, you gain mining skill, so on and so forth. So it seems this game uses the same system as that game.
Nothing beats the smell of fresh meat on an open fire, does it? I'm starting to get right hungry myself. At any rate, now you can at least feed yourself.
And we level up.
You'll be wanting to visit the First Light settlement yourself soon enough. But there's more work to be done here first, after that storm. I know. Right strange, isn't it? Something in the island. This blue Azoth, you see. That's what brings us back. It doesn't always work, though. Some people have died. Where still, some come back lost or corrupted. That storm was corruption. Pure evil. Takes out any ship approaching, and any tries to leave. But this one today was the worst I've seen. Your ship was just one of many to get smashed, and we need to check each of them. It's tradition in First Light to keep record of all the shipwrecks on this shore. A memorial of sorts. Going out, look for any legacy items you can scrounge. If there's any corruption lingering, steer clear of it.
Okay, I'm gonna get a bow as a reward from this quest. I'm not a fan of the bow, to be honest, since I do see that the bow takes arrows, so you actually have to have ammo in order to use the bow. Okay, so did I not collect the supply cache, or what's going on? Okay, maybe I can't collect the supply cache because I already collected the supply cache previously. I'm not really too certain. Holy shit. That fucking thing teleported like a mother. That just really shows you how much fucking lag I have. How much rubber banding there is. It's fucking ridiculous. Like I didn't even get to touch that guy. Only balls. The rubber banding in this game is insane. Like I said, I'm not certain if that is the server being shitty or if that is... Hey, I got a new shirt. Or if that is simply the overpopulation. My guess would be that it is the overpopulation, but there's really no way to tell if it is. Since the overpopulation is really caused by the servers being shitty. They need to have better servers in order to not make it rubber band like this, since this rubber banding is just insane. I'm hearing someone shoot with a gun, so someone already has a gun. I'm not gonna read all of these pages, obviously. You guys, if you want to, can read them, but I'm not gonna waste my time to read them. Yeah, it's this guy with a gun. We can pick up some flint. Holy shit. This rubber banding is just hilarious. You think you're hitting something and then like that. Like, how did I teleport through the enemy? I mean, if you think about it logically, look at that shit. If you think about it logically, I'm swiping at an enemy. How do I literally go through the enemy? How does that happen? If I'm constantly pressing left click, how does that actually happen? Like here, I'm just pressing left click, left click, left click, left click, nothing else. And for some reason, I sometimes teleport directly through an enemy. I would like it if these chests are a little bit more visible, because it's not very visible at all. I just got a fire staff. This would be pretty interesting. Let's use it. Let's see how that is. Maybe I will like it. That's pretty cool. It's certainly good for tagging enemies, so if I'm in an area where there is a lot of fighting going on, then I can simply tag all of the different enemies. That's really cool. I like that. I think I'm gonna be a big fan of this ranged battle style. So you can fight whilst moving backwards. That's nice. I like that a lot. I don't... Did you guys see that shit? I don't like the fact that you can miss, like there's no lock-on in the game. When you're playing a game like this, you really need lock-on. Like, most MMOs have lock-on. Like World of Warcraft, if you've ever played World of Warcraft, you select the enemy and then your character automatically points to it and shoots it. So there's lock-on, but it seems this game does not have lock-on, which once again is going to be an issue if I have rubber banding, and I do have rubber banding, so that is going to be an issue. Holy shit, look at that. Yeah, this rubber banding is an issue when you are playing with a ranged weapon like this, since you are going to be missing a lot of your hits. And I do see that shooting with the staff does take mana, so it's a little bit of a drawback. I don't exactly know how that would enter into when you fight a boss. Like, can you actually run out of mana? And if you can, what are you going to do when you run out of mana? Like, I think it can become pretty rough if you're going to be running out of mana constantly when fighting some of the longer fights, you know? I got a hat, that's pretty cool. Let's see. So like here, I can just hit the enemy once if I'm not fucking constantly rubber banding. I can hit them once. Holy shit. Now both of them are hitting me. Yeah, you see, this is much better. You can tag enemies and get the experience for them. I like that a lot. But it seems the game does not have health regen, so I guess you have to regen your health by eating the food.
Who's got?
Did I even get experience for that last one? I don't think I did. Okay, let's see where to next. 17 meters over there, 26 meters over there. Okay, what's over here? Select the ship's flag. Oh, I have to go up there, okay. I understand. For some reason I didn't get experience from that one. I tagged it, but I didn't get experience. That's pretty irritating. What the hell? I pressed E and for some reason my character jumped over the side. Holy shit, look at this rubber banding. It's fucking insane. Okay, so now I'm literally just going to press E. Okay, I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching my keyboard at all. Press E. Look at that, I fall off again. All I'm doing is pressing E, nothing else. And then my character chooses to jump off the side. That guy has an interesting name, Poopy Peepee. I'm sure that name strikes fear into these opponents, and I fall off again. This rubber banding is starting to piss me off. Okay, now I'm gonna stand right on top of the fucking thing. Okay, there we go. I'm right on top of it. I'm gonna press E. Nothing happened. I'm gonna press E again. And I fall off. I take full damage once again. I'm literally just standing there and pressing E. Nothing else. Okay, for some reason I get launched off the side. I didn't press spacebar or nothing like that. Holy shit. Rubber banding. Okay, I didn't do anything there. That's insane. I do like the fire staff, but I want to see if perhaps the life staff might be a little bit better. Since with the light staff you can heal yourself. Holy shit, man. I didn't press space or jump or nothing like that. This is fucking insane. Let's have a look here quickly. Okay, now we press E. And it works. So it seems that the auto traverse setting in gameplay settings is what was fucking me over. Auto traverse. So when you play the game, remember to turn that shit off because it's just insane. Now I need to collect the other flag. So you press space to jump up. And we can have a little bit of a look around. Apparently they're restarting the VoIP servers. You can see there at the bottom. Restarting VoIP servers. Earlier they restarted certain servers. It's like literally if you had the bad luck of playing on a certain server that they were restarting, then you would have been kicked out of the game. You would have had to wait for the restart, and then you could log back into your game. So fortunately I wasn't one of those that chose that specific server that was getting restarted, but yeah, that is another problem. Like I said, if you play on an online always game like this, there are going to be times where you can't play the game at all, where they do server restarts, server maintenance, server downtime, all of that shit is going to fuck you over because the game that you paid $40 for is literally not on your computer. It's on a server somewhere and you have to connect to the server to play it. So yeah, I am not a fan of that. We're gonna level up again.
These'll do perfect. You've done a good turn for the memory of those ships. And for First Light. I wish we could just head back to the settlement now, but we can't turn a blind eye to the truth. The storm preceding your arrival filled the skies with crimson. Corruption incarnate, I tell you. Some people claim to have the answer, but I don't believe them. Does it come from the dark part of a person's soul? From some vault of evil beneath the island? one thing I know for sure. It turns...
Okay, the dialogue just ended randomly again.
Yes, and corruption's the real threat to watch for. Any trace is a scourge to the settlement. I fear some remnant may be lingering in Tide Swallow Cave. I hate to ask a newcomer, but you handle yourself well enough. Go take a look then. Be warned though, corruption can be right dangerous.
She likes to say right. One thing that I don't like is the fact that the NPC doesn't even fucking look at you. I mean, at least fucking look at me, you know. Don't fucking just stand there looking into a different direction. I really would prefer it if they at least look at you. Like, I recently played Elder Scrolls Online again a little bit. That game, at least, it's a very shitty game, but at least that game has good NPC dialogue, because they like zoom in and you can actually see the person talking and all of that kind of shit, you know? I like that. But this shit where the NPC doesn't even bother looking at you, that's a little bit irritating, to be honest. So let's quickly have a look here. I now have a bunch of different weapons, spear, all of that stuff, but I do like the fire staff. I like the ranged system. I will not be a fan of the bow, simply because you use ammo. It actually uses ammo, and that doesn't seem like fun. I would not like to constantly have to farm resources in order to make arrows for my bow. And it does 120, well, it does 73 damage per hit, and my staff does 62 damage. So it only does 10 more damage and 11 more damage, but you can shoot much more quicker with the fire staff. You can like shoot more than 1 bullet per second with a fire staff. Whereas with a bow, almost certainly you're not going to be able to shoot that quickly, because you have to draw the bow backwards. Otherwise than that, there's the spear. It would be pretty cool to play with a two-handed weapon like this, but I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna stick with the fire staff. I am going to equip the spear just so that I have a second weapon in case, I don't know, in case I run out of mana or something like that. But so far my mana has been pretty okay. I really haven't had that much of a problem with mana so far. You can also equip the arrows. As long as it doesn't increase my weapon, my load, then I don't have a problem in equipping it. You can see here that the combined weight of your equipment and armor determines your equipped load. Each equipped load offers a unique dodge and other bonuses. So if you are light, when wearing light armor, your dodge is a quick roll that covers a lot of distance. You deal 20% bonus damage, holy shit. While wearing medium weight armor, your dodge is a quick hop. You deal 10% bonus damage, and crowd control debuffs you apply last 10% longer. While wearing heavy armor, your dodge is slow sidestep. Your block stability is increased by 15%, and crowd control debuffs you apply last 20% longer. Encumbered, you are carrying too much in your inventory. While encumbered, it doesn't matter what your equip load is. You cannot sprint or dodge and lose stamina while blocking. Usually remove items from your bag. Okay, well, currently I'm 74 out of 200, so not too bad, to be honest. I think I can salvage this. And yeah, I think that is fine. Let's have a look. Okay. What's a mastery point? I wonder what a mastery point is. Oh, this is a mastery point. Okay. So, I like I said, I would like to be able to get a life staff before choosing which one I want to take. I think I am going to like playing with a light staff, so I just really lag detected. What the hell? And I can't move. Okay, now I can move. Now I can't move. I'm pressing A, W, A, S, and D, and I can't move. So for some reason now, all of a sudden, there's lag detected, where for the previous hour or so, there was no lag detected. So I think the game is going through a little bit of issue with the servers. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm gonna get a disconnect in just a moment. Okay, there we go again. You see, this is another problem with the fact that you play on an online server. Like I said, if there's issues with the online server, you're simply not going to be able to play the fucking game. So, 105 meters over there. Let's see, can we loot this one? Yes, we can. We loot this one as well. We're gonna loot that one over there as well. Okay, it's already been looted. We're gonna loot this one. Apparently the game also has a housing system, by the way. I read that there's a housing system, even though I don't know what that would really involve, to be honest. Pick up a little bit of flint. Here's a boulder that we can mine. I haven't seen a boulder yet. I'm sure that we can use the boulder for stone tools. Okay, we get a bunch of stone, a little bit of flint. I should look out for more boulders like that. They seem to be pretty rare. See, can we loot this? Oh, it seems you can't loot a thing if it's already been looted. Right, 80 meters that way. Assuming it's inside this cave. Okay, there's a thing I can read over there. Once again, the rubber banding is serious in this area. For some reason, I didn't get any experience there, despite the fact that I actually hit one of them. Okay, is it up there or down there or what? I literally have to aim in front of the bastard in order to hit him. That's how much lag I have. Holy shit, I hit him, but I didn't get anything. I didn't get experience or nothing like that. Holy fuck. The lag is real. Like I said, I never have any problems in other games. Hey, I got the life star. I literally have to aim in front of this bastard. Okay, fortunately I got it. Is that the thing you can loot over here or what? No. Okay, is there anything else around here of interest? Something you can loot maybe? Let's have a look at the life staff. Let's equip it. Okay, so you can damage with it. You can do damage with it. Just like you can with the fire staff. And if you can heal yourself as well, then that is simply going to be a bonus. Let's see if I can get up here. Yes, I can. Supply cache. I get some bullets. Anything else up here, perhaps? That I can see really. This isn't the direction that I came from, that's for certain. I wonder, okay, so it does have a normal heavy attack like that. Let's just have a look here quickly. If this does 57 damage, the fire staff does 5 damage more. Okay, critical chance. That one's critical chance is higher. Scales with focus, whereas this one scales with intelligence. For some reason my menu was just closed. I didn't close it. So, can you only heal yourself with abilities? Is that what you're telling me? Let's have a look here quickly. So if I invest in focus, is focused better than intelligence? So plus 10 damage to light and heavy magic attacks. So that's very good. Plus 10 critical hit damage. That's relatively good. Plus 15% elemental damage. That's fantastic. Plus 10 mana after dodging. That's okay. Duration, blah blah blah. That's not really necessary. And that one is pretty useless. And then let's compare it with plus 10% mana regen. That's not very good. Plus 22 mana pool. That's not very good. Plus 22 healing output. That's very good. Plus 20 duration cost buff. That's good. 30 plus mana on any self or group kill. That is absolutely fantastic. And when your mana hits 0, blah blah blah. So Intelligence is better when it comes to damage dealing, but if you can heal the shit out of yourself with a healing staff, then that is going to be fantastic, obviously. So let's have a look at the different skills. So there is the Divine Embrace, 6-second cooldown, heal target for 150 heal weapon damage. Now, the question is, can you use this on yourself? Because if you can't use it on yourself, then it's absolutely fucking useless. So that is going to be a big determining factor whether I want to play with a life staff or not. And then, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, and that's fine. So just healing basically over there. Life staffs, light and heavy attack no longer take mana. Wow, that's very good. That's fantastic, actually. Life staffs, heavy attack now remove 1 debuff when passing through an ally. Light attack now heals target for 20% weapon damage when passing through an ally. Sacred Ground creates an area on the ground that lasts 15 seconds and heal 20% weapon damage every second. That's really, really good. That's gonna help me a lot. Regenerate stamina and mana faster while in Sacred Ground. When you heal an ally with less than 50% health, life staff's ability cooldowns are reduced by 10%. When you hit with a light attack, reduce all your cooldowns by -5%. That's good. You and all crew members within 100 meters are healed for 50% weapon damage. That's very good. So all of these are healing. It's just like healing, healing, healing. When hit in battle, activate a healing aura for you and nearby friends in a 4-meter radius for 10% weapon damage each second for 6 seconds, but it has a 2-minute cooldown. So that's very good, but the 2-minute cooldown is way too much. That's pretty ridiculous. Shared recovery, if you heal a target below 50% health, gain 3% of your max mana. Heavy attacks give you increased healing by 10%, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is just healing, healing, healing all the way. When you heal an ally, if their health is below 50%, heal 30% more. So yeah, this is more or less self-healing. It will be pretty good for self-healing. That's really the only thing that I wanted to determine. Then there's this one as well. Now, I think this isn't a buff. It's not a buff. It is probably a once-off thing. Since it costs 16 mana, it's probably a once-off thing. If it is a buff, then it's going to be fantastic, to be honest. If Orb of Protection hits an ally, they gain recovery for 10 seconds. That's actually very good. If you successfully heal an ally with Orb of Protection, you gain Fortify and Recovery. When this projectile hits, it affects all allies within a 3-meter radius. After a dodge, your heals are 20% more effective. When you block a melee attack, gain 5% of your mana. Life staffs and light staffs, light and heavy, grant 1545 for 3 seconds when hitting an enemy. Okay, so that reduces damage. If you have a buff, heal 10% more. Targeted heal for 100% weapon damage plus 30% more for each buff on that target. So that's a healing thing. When you heal with Light's Embrace, extend the Light Staff's buffs by 2%. So that's a relatively good healing, and then shoot out a light projectile that deals 150 weapon damage to enemies attached to each target and heals all nearby allies for 20% weapon damage each second for 10 seconds. So you shoot this out. If it damages enemies, and attaches to its target. So it attaches to a certain enemy and then it heals allies around that enemy. So that will be good on a boss fight. Beacon's area of effect is 50% larger. Beacon lasts 5% longer. When a beacon heals a target, it applies 20% haste for 3 seconds. So this is not as good healing as this one, but if this orb of protection is a buff, then that would be really good. Let me just read it again. Shoot out a light projectile that grants 15% fortify for 20 seconds. Heals an ally for 10% of weapon damage. And deals 150 weapon damage when it hits an enemy. Yeah, so this is probably just a single thing that you shoot out once. I don't believe that it will be like a constant thing. And that makes all of this protector stuff not be as good as this healing stuff. Let me quickly read the fire staff stuff since I haven't read it yet. Heavy attacks restore mana. Heavy attacks reduce staff fire cooldowns. Attack targeted a targeted spell that deals 130 weapon damage. That's not very good. Pillar of Fire deals 40% more damage to foes at full health. Around 10% of your max mana per enemy hit by Pillar of Fire, so you get mana back. While above 50% mana, you gain 10% increased damage. Channel a spell that rains down meteors, dealing 34% weapon damage on initial impact and an additional 20% weapon damage per second while targets remain in the AoE. Costs 5 mana per second. 30 total mana at full cost. Okay, so that is quite mana intensive, but it does good area of effect. The initial hit of Meteor Shower gives you 1% of your max mana for each target hit. Adds Grit while casting Meteor. Grit is an added stagger resistance that stops attacks from interrupting actions. All hits after the initial impact now deal 25% weapon damage. That's pretty good. Your abilities gain an extra 15% chance to critical strike. Heavy attacks no longer consume mana. That's pretty good. While holding a fire staff, your critical strike damage is increased by 20%. Casting a fire spell places a 2-meter rune on the ground, increasing your spell damage by 30% while standing on that rune. The rune lasts 7 seconds with a 30-second cooldown. When you get a critical hit with a fire staff, cause burning damage 3% weapon damage for each second for 6 seconds. If you haven't taken damage in the last 3 seconds, deal 10% more damage. Fire off a heavy fireball that deals 140% weapon damage on impact and leave a 3-meter burning field that lasts 6 seconds. Burning field deals 10% weapon damage each second. Fireball's burning field persists for 9 seconds. Direct hits with fireball give you 10% of your mana and reduce your fire staff cooldown. So all of this is just fire, fire, fire. It's not really all that good in my opinion. Let's have a look at this one. While holding a fire staff below 50% max health, increases damage by 20%. Create a jet of fire from the tip of the staff, dealing 34% weapon damage each second. Each hit catches enemies on fire, dealing 3% weapon damage each second for 6 seconds. Costs 5 mana per second. Increases the range. Increases damage. Flamethrower has no cooldown. Whenever burn deals damage, gain 10% fortify for 2 seconds. 10% fortify for 2 seconds. That's not too bad. It will basically make me take 10% less damage constantly. When you block a melee attack, yeah, I'm not going to do that. burn lasts 20% longer. Cause a fiery explosion dealing 130 weapon damage and pushes back all enemies for 3 meters, catches enemies on fire. Each hit of Incinerate causes an additional stack of burning. Restore 20% of Incinerate damage dealt as health. That's very good. This will actually heal me. That's very interesting. And Incinerate hits twice. When you are struck, create a field of fire around you, dealing 5% weapon damage to all nearby enemies in a 4-meter radius. Activates when struck in battle and lasts for 10 seconds with 120 cooldown. So that's not very good. Dash through targets, dealing 120 weapon damage on hit. Passing through a target will catch the target on fire. Okay, that's not super good. Unless the dash is like makes you run quicker or something like that. Fire staff cooldowns are reduced by 5% for each hit by burnout. Burnout goes 50% further. Yeah, so it does propel you forward basically. The spell propels you forward. Light attack causes the enemy to catch fire. When you activate a fire staff ability, gain 10% haste, 5 seconds. And then after 6 seconds, without activating a fire staff ability, your mana regen is increased by 400%. So it's interesting. I would, to be honest, rather choose this one than the Fire Mage one. But I think the light staff with all of these healing things will be a little bit better, even though I will be doing considerably less damage. With light staff, you will be doing at least 30% less damage with the light staff than with the fire staff, to be honest. At least 30% less damage. But you will basically never die with light staff. That's the benefit that you have. You will basically never die if you fight with a light staff. So I think I'm going to go with a light staff. I think that's going to be pretty good. Not dying sounds like a good thing to me. I am not a fan of dying. I don't know about you guys, but dying is something that I don't like all that much. So I don't like the idea of dying. So let's go with a light staff, and that should be good. Let's have a look here quickly. Store. That's something that I wanted to check. I want to show you guys all of the different in-game microtransactions that you get. Now, obviously, you are going to get some cosmetic stuff, you know, cosmetic skins, all of that kind of stuff. But you also, okay, so there's dyes, so you get different dyes for your equipment. Hopefully they aren't, oh, okay, so they are consumable. So you see there, 5, so they are consumable. That's bad. That's very shitty, to be honest, since you are constantly going to have to buy these dyes because they are consumable. You don't simply unlock the color, they are actually consumable. So that's very shitty. That's the first shitty thing. Emotes, that's fine. I don't have a problem with emotes in a game. Armor skins, that's fine. Can you preview them? Yes, so you can preview them. That's fine. Armor skins are no problem. Weapon skins, that's fine. Weapon skins are no problem. Housing items. What's this? What does it actually do? Is it simply a tiger? Is it a statue? What is it? The very essence of light and color dwells within each strand of its fur of the tiger, and I deserve screeches behind the ears. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They don't show it here. They're supposed to show it here. I don't know if it's a bug, but they're not showing anything, and I don't know what it is. It costs 15,000. That's pretty expensive. So housing items are no problem as long as you don't have to pay actual money in order to unlock housing, then that's no problem, to be honest. Company crests. I don't know what this is. Seems like cosmetics, so that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And then bundles. Okay, let's have a look here. Show unlocked. So yeah, it's a very small amount of stuff right now. Let's have a look here what this is. I don't know why everything in the game takes some time to load. Not supposed to take time to load. Change anything here? Well, this seems to be the only stuff that's in the game currently. Pretty underwhelming, but like I said, apparently they are going to have buffs in the game that increase your leveling speed, experience, skill points gained, all of that kind of shit. So that is pay to win. So be aware that currently it looks like the game is going to have pay to win stuff. Let's see. Nope, I can't buy any more tokens right now. Oh yeah. Let's see. Way over there. Can I teleport maybe? Nope, I can't teleport right now. What's this? Territory standing. Oh, so you can actually unlock stuff. Okay, that's interesting. More XP, faster gathering, more territory standing. Let's go with more territory standing. Do I have another one? No, I don't have another one right now. I don't think so. Nope. I think it's just a glitch that actually shows me that I have territory standing right now. Okay, so I can't fast travel. Like I said, I heard something about them putting a thing in the store where you, if you pay for fast travel, then you get a benefit over players that do not pay. Once again, that's going to be shitty.
My hunch was right, wasn't it? There was corruption in that cave. You're brave to have dealt with it. First Light cannot afford to ignore this threat anymore. If corruption gets a foothold on the beach, it'll be at the settlement walls in a matter of days. You're right, of course. The folks at the settlement should start making preparations. This could get right ugly. The constable should hear about this straight away. Yes, you've done as much as I could ask down here. Give Constable Oakes this message and then take a well-deserved rest. You've earned it.
Okay, so apparently I have to go to the next place, the next zone or whatever. Where would that be? Open the map. Okay, where is it? Oh, the map is pretty big, holy shit. Okay, so it's way over there, holy balls. Is it that? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, over there, okay. So this is the entire map. See, there's a bunch of different zones, there's some outposts. Each zone has at least one outpost, it seems. There's one, there's a fort. There's another one. So yeah, the map is pretty big if I judge by the fact that so far we've only been in this little area for the last 2 hours. And that is the area, 2 hours. So if you think that each one of these little areas is going to take you 2 hours, and then if you zoom out, that's the entire map. So the map is pretty big, but you would expect that from an MMO. So there's nothing really new there. The map is certainly smaller than that what you find in World of Warcraft. That should be noted, but yeah, we will see if they perhaps add bigger and more maps eventually. They are probably going to do that. So I think I'm gonna stick with the light staff and then go with healing. Like I said, you probably are never going to die if you are able to heal yourself in this game, since so far I really haven't had a huge problem with healing. I had to eat once, but if you are able to heal yourself, I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Ah, here's a boulder. Let's mine this boulder. Since then you can take on multiple enemies at once. You know, you're going to be able to take on a bunch of them at once. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Here's another boulder. There's a dead one. I'll see if I can loot it. It doesn't look like I can loot it, but perhaps I can. Yes, I can loot it. It's not showing up as lootable like the others have, for some reason. What's that over there? Tangle Wisp. Tangle Wisp, what's that? Tangle Wisp. Ingredients, life reagents, magical reagents, tier 2 magical reagents. So it's basically, you can craft potions and stuff like that with it. Pretty cool. Let's have a look at my stuff, since I have now finally decided to go with the what do you call it, with a healing. I think we can start putting on the focus skill, even though, let me just see here, extra healing, where's that other one? 5% chance for 1 Azoth when harvesting. What is a Azoth? I would actually be really interested in finding out what an Azoth is. Let me quickly see a journal. No, there's nothing here. Documents. I wish the game had like an in-game wiki or something like that, you know? So that you can see what the different stuff is. Let me quickly Google to find out what an Azoth is. I will be right back. Okay, so I'm reading right now. Azoth is actually a very, very important thing in the game. You use it in crafting to increase the power of any bonuses that can appear on a crafted item. You use it to respec the skill points on a weapon, so it's used to respec skills, and you use it to fast travel. So it's really quite an important thing. You know, it's really quite important. You use it to fast travel. Apparently, each time that you fast travel, you have to pay a Zoth. And obviously, the more Zoth you have, the better. You know, so I don't know how you normally acquire a Zoth, but if you can get or have a chance to get an Azoth each time you harvest anything, like doesn't matter if you're harvesting a bush or a pig or a rock or a tree, each time you harvest you have a chance to get Azoth. So on average, once every 20 times that you harvest something, you're going to be getting Azoth. So I actually am then, simply due to this thing over here, I actually am tempted to take the intellect, the intelligence line instead of the focus line, simply due to that Azoth thing, because it's going to help me overall. The other reason why intellect would be good is because it also affects the ice gauntlet. I haven't picked up an ice gauntlet yet, but I think it will be pretty good, you know. So perhaps later on, if I want to switch from the fire staff to the ice gauntlet, then I can do that as well. So I think I'm going to take the intellect route, and yeah, I'm going to stick with that. What's this? View leveling rewards. So you get a second skill slot. I've already got that. Survivalist quest, camp tier upgrade unlocks the starting survivalist quest, which gives you the ability to build tier 1 camps upon completion. You must complete the preceding starting settlement and beach quest before undertaking this quest. And then after that, it unlocks PvP, first bag slot. Your first house comes at level 15. Third consumable slot, and then at level 20 you get ring slot and main story quest. You get the Azoth staff. So there you go, we were just talking about Azoth, and you get the Azoth staff at level 20. And then further on there is another survivalist quest in order to upgrade your camp tier level. At level 30 you get second bag slot, then in another staff quest tier 2 you get your second house at level 35. You get an earring slot at level 40 with another upgraded camp tier level at level 40. At level 45 you get your third bag slot, which expands your inventory obviously. At level 50 you unlock invasions, which is PvP, I'm assuming. At level 55 you unlock your third house slot and your final camp tier upgrade level. And then at level 60 you unlock Outpost Rush, which I'm assuming once again is going to be PvP. So that's pretty interesting. So we are going to go with intellect over here. And I'm going to go with the fire staff, and I'm going to go with this side over here instead of this side over here. Even though you might be able to do both of them, I'm not certain. Certainly the passives. You will be able to take all of the passives, but the main spells are going to be only 3. You're only going to be able to take 3 of them. Let me just see what this does. Yeah, I will go with this one, I think. And then incinerate causes a fire explosion, pushes back all enemies, catches them on fire. That's going to be very good, especially once I unlock the health regen thing. The health regen thing is gonna be pretty fantastic, I think. Yeah, let's take Fire's Reach. And yeah, that's gonna be good. So now we've applied all of the skills that we can. I have one more skill over here that I can apply if I really want to. But I don't really see the point since I'm not gonna use this anymore. Let me just see what's my current armor. Current armor is what? 111? Is that my current armor? 111. So if I actually apply this, which gives me 15% more armor, does it actually increase my armor? 111. No, it does not. But if I switch weapons, no, it doesn't. Oh, it does. Okay, so you actually have to go out and then go in again. Okay, I understand. So yeah, it does only apply when you have that specific weapon equipped. Speaking of which, let's switch back to the fire staff then. That's fine. And let's start running. I can't fast travel yet. The game apparently does have a fast travel system, but I can't fast travel yet. Let's place it over there. That's fine. So yeah, we have quite a bit of running ahead of us. There's just fucking pigs everywhere. Is there a chest over here, perhaps? Chests seem to have very, very good loot in them so far. I've gotten the majority of my good loot from chests. And the enemies that you kill seem to be dropping very little gear. They don't drop a lot of gear at all. But can I swim or should I go over that bridge over there? I'm assuming I will not be able to swim. Let's go over there to that question mark and see what's over there. Here's some more rocks. Let's mine a bit of rocks. Okay, the rock is broken already. Okay, there we go. Difficulty level 6. Oh, it shouldn't. Oh, it shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, let's slay the wolf. That bastard over there is taking the wolf that I killed, but that's fine, I guess. Okay, my health is a little bit low. Let's eat. There's another wolf. I'm getting a bunch of raw hide from this. Not too certain what raw hide is used for. I'm assuming used for clothes and stuff like that. Wow, someone is not looting their wolves at all. Oh, leave me alone. Burn, baby, burn. These fucking wolves are so aggressive. There's fucking wolves all over the shop. Harriet Tub Girl, that's a pretty interesting name. Don't fucking attack me, please. The wolves respawn at an amazing rate. Just fucking wolves everywhere. Like looting central or skinning central. My skinning and tracking is level 12. Let's see, where's that question mark thing? Did it disappear now, or did I already discover? Oh, okay. So, full moon day, that is basically what is in this area. Anything interesting here? Here's a chest, that's good. Plate helm, musket. That's pretty nice. Silver vein, I need more mining skill apparently. Oh, Peter. Supply crate, I nearly missed this supply crate. I don't even see it. So I need to buck up my mining apparently in order to mine silver. My skinning is already so high, I can probably fucking skin a dinosaur. Okay, that's probably it. Can I go around here and then over there? Because this will require much less running than the other chain will. Yeah, it looks like I can. Then I don't have to run all the way around the bridge. I don't know if you can sell stuff to vendors. I did see that there is a currency system in the game, like gold and stuff. So I don't know, can you sell stuff to vendors? We'll see. Let's mine a bit to get my mining skill up, since eventually I want to obviously be able to mine silver, that kind of stuff. Wow, level 2 mining. Is that fucking all of the mining that I have right now? Is that my fucking mining level? My skilling level is like level 14. My mining level is only level 2. Wow, level 3, that's amazing. What's all of these fires? I guess I haven't unlocked camping yet. But yeah, it seems like I can run through here instead of having to go all the way fucking around the bridge. So it's saving me quite a bit of running. That's good. I just want to get to the next city and then see what it holds. Maybe I can sell a few things. Oh, what's that? Holy shit, level 50 mining skill required. Earth crag. Okay, respawn point activated. Property tax. What the hell is a property tax? Crafting fee, all of that shit. What the hell was that just now? Does it actually show it here or what? What's that? Fast traveling cost, base cost, encumbrance cost. What the hell? Oh, here it is, taxes. So there's taxes for some reason. Property tax, trading tax, crafting fee, and refining fee. Why would there be all of that? I don't think at the beginning there was a crafting fee and a refining fee, all of that kind of shit. Is it only in main cities? Now what then stops you from just teleporting back to the beginning and crafting there instead of crafting in the city? Don't really understand that, but okay. So where do I need to go? 90 meters that way. Territory must be faction controlled. That sucks. I don't like games where they
You'll have to come back later.
force
Just
PvP
now I
upon
have
people.
about, let's see, 5 separate crises to attend to.
I don't like forced PvP. What's this? Water. Okay. Apparently you can take water and honey. Am I going to fucking create a beer or what? With the water and honey. Okay, 50 meters that way. Apparently there's different missions and stuff. Upgrade town, upgrade fort, improve lifestyle, town upkeep. So this is then missions. Acquire and deliver 10 oil. Acquire and deliver 550 wood. Only bowls. And forge and deliver bruising crude iron armaments. Bruising crude iron armaments. I will see if I can craft bruising crude iron armaments. First talk to this guy. So there's different upgrades that you can do. Upgrade hamlet, upgrade fort, improve lifestyle. 2,500 gold, holy shit. So it, I'm assuming, does buffs for you for a while. Increases base engineer gear score upon craft for 3 days. So it's a temporary buff. What does this do? So you can upgrade stuff, station, workshop, arcane repository. I'm not really certain what this would do for you, but there's a thing here on the side: hamlet, village, town, city, capital. So I'm assuming the idea is to reach capital eventually. By upgrading all of this different stuff. How much gold do I have right now? It's not telling me at all. If I click on it, territory must be claimed at the fort. So I need to go to the fort, or I'm not too sure. Does it involve PvP? Like, is it literally the fort has to be captured by your faction? Something gay like that? I don't like that at all, to be honest. Once again, territory must be claimed at the fort. So I hope that it is simply you that needs to go to the fort and claim the fort. The fort is over there. So it says unclaimed right now. Be the first to claim this territory and earn special benefits. So I don't know. I hope that it is only me that needs to head over there, because I really don't like world PvP being forced upon people. I'm not a fan of that.
It's always a treat to see a new face. Whether you are new to Eternum or simply from another settlement, you are welcome to First Light. Oh dear. Then the storm we saw out there was as bad as it seemed. The Shattered Mountain has erupted as well. Lynch said this day would come. It seems she was right. It's funny to recall. There was even a crazy old man warning us about corruption years ago. Reveries aside, we'll need to think carefully about how to proceed. Oh, it was decades ago. He was stark raving mad, but kind of sweet at the same time. I heard a rumor he was wandering around Monarch's Bluffs these days. He's probably become lost by now. I'll begin formulating a strategy. We shouldn't rush into anything. I take it you are to whom Watcher Lynch referred in her message. Then the settlement is already in your debt. If you will, please inform Magistrate Bond of this news, and then visit the inn. We all need our rest, don't we?
Okay, now we head to the inn. Would like to find a place to craft. My map really doesn't tell me much. Okay, wait, here we see Marauder Captain, Warboard. Okay, where's the crafting, trading post? Inn. Okay, repository, tannery, forge. Okay, so over there is all of the training, crafting stuff. Room, outfitting station, storage shed, covenant, adjudicator. I don't know what that is. What's this place over here? It's nice and shiny. Fast travel. Okay, so you can fast travel from here. How much does it cost to fast travel to there, for instance? Okay, apparently I can't do that. Can I travel over there? Oh, okay. I probably haven't unlocked any places yet. 122, holy balls. So that's how much it then costs to fast travel. 122. That's a little bit expensive. But like I said, apparently the you can buy something that... Hey, I can actually buy a house. Apparently you can buy something that makes it so that you either get very cheap traveling or free traveling. Now, I think you would agree that that is pretty gay, because you then will have a large advantage over people who do not choose to spend that money, you know? So if that's true, then that's super gay. All I can really suggest to you is, once the game fully releases, obviously don't pre-purchase the game, you know? We don't pre-purchase. Pre-purchasing is for idiots, because you very often get suckered into a false product. We've seen it in the past. You pre-purchase a game, and then the game that was on display is not like the game actually is, you know? Like with Cyberpunk and various other games in the past, Assassin's Creed and a whole bunch of other games. So, when the game finally releases in August, I believe it will release or something like that, just do a bit of research, just have a look, go to the Steam forums or whatever, and just find posts saying what everything is in the store. You know, have a look at the store, go to the wiki, or do whatever you need to do to find out what are the different purchasing options in the store, because right now there's hardly anything to purchase in the store. I mean, we go to consumables, there's only dyes here, but I can already tell you the game will have consumables that you can purchase that increases your leveling speed, and that increases your skill point speed, all of that different kind of shit, as well as the thing that gives you either discounted fast traveling or free fast traveling. Now, in a game that already costs $40, which is a full AAA price, that shit is inexcusable. So, just because this current version of the game does not have all of that gay shit, does not mean you should go ahead and pre-purchase the game, because that is what suckers do. So, don't pre-purchase the game, wait until the day of release, do a bit of research. The servers are probably going to shit their pants in anyway, so in any way it's not really worth it to play the game on day one. Do your research, find out if they have the fast traveling thing that I'm talking about and the experience boost pay to win bullshit. So just be aware that that shit is probably going to be in the game, even though it's not in the game right now. Otherwise than the possible pay to win things that you should really keep an eye out before purchasing. The graphics is okay. I've seen better, to be honest. This is basically like Final Fantasy 13 graphics. Final Fantasy 13, I think it's 13 or 14, whichever one is the online one, has very good graphics. this is really more or less the same. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing amazing or anything like that. So the graphics are pretty meh, to be honest. The servers run like absolute dog shit. So right now about 180,000 people are playing the game, as I showed you. Upon full release, that is going to be probably close to 1 million people. And I don't see how they are going to be able to handle that, how the servers are going to be handle that, going to be able to handle it. So on day one, have a look at a couple of live streams. Go and look at a couple of live streams either on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook Gaming or wherever, and see if this shit is still going on. This rubber banding shit where you just rubber band all over the fucking place. See, go and have a look if that is still happening. If it's still happening, the game is basically unplayable. I mean, I've showed you guys monsters glitching through me. I attack over there and then all of a sudden the monster is behind me, shit like that. The game is unplayable like that. So go have a look on day one if that shit is still happening before you purchase the game. That's very important. You're not going to be able to play the game if the game is still doing that on day one. So go ahead and confirm that for yourself before you purchase. Otherwise than that, I would say the game is pretty playable. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing amazing. Everything is pretty standard. It's your standard open world crafting RPG. Like I say, I recently played Medieval Dynasty. That game is basically like this game, really. It's very, very similar to Medieval Dynasty. This game really isn't anything special. I really haven't seen anything that makes me say, wow, this game is worth playing. The attribute system is strange. It's not your standard attribute system. I don't know how this whole system will perform at the end game level. Really is just going to depend on how the devs have scaled the balancing at the end of the game, you know. The different skills, like you get 2 different skill paths. I don't like that, since there's very little difference between this skill path and this skill path. And there's very little difference between this skill path and this skill path. So they need to add many more weapons later on. I mean, they can add pistols under ranged weapons. They can add throwing knives under ranged weapons. Two-handed weapons. They can add a whole bunch of different weapons. I mean, there's so many two-handed weapons. Just think about any other RPG that has two-handed weapons. They can add any of those different types. One-handed weapons, they can add maces, flails. They can really add a whole bunch of different ones. Under magic, I mean, this is okay for magic, but they could add more, you know. They can add a lightning staff, for instance. They can add an earth staff or an earth gauntlet, however else they want to name it, you know, all that kind of stuff. The trading skills, which is basically crafting in the game, is okay. It seems okay. Nothing really amazing. Like I said, Medieval Dynasty has exactly the same system. Another game that I played not too long ago, let me see if I can find it here in my Steam library quickly, then I will tell you exactly what the name is. That game also used exactly this same type of system. Let me just see if I can find it here. Valnir Rock. That's another game. Valnir Rock is another game that uses exactly this same system. You can go ahead and do a search for it on Steam if you want. Valnir Rock. It's not a very good game, to be honest, but it uses the same system as this game does. It's also an open world MMORPG with crafting and all of that kind of different stuff. The achievements, well, this is buggy, but the game does have achievements, but seemingly there's no reward system for the achievements, so you simply unlock the achievements and that's it. The game has guilds. They call it companies, so the game does have guilds, but I seemingly don't know or see any different kind of rewards that you would get from it, but that's fine. I mean, a guild is really just social stuff, you know, social benefits. That's really all. The game has PvP, obviously, but like I said, if the game's rubber banding is going to continue like this, I mean, just look at the people, just look at them running around. They're glitching and hopping and rubber banding all over the fucking place. So if the game is going to continue to be like that upon full release, then I will definitely not play the game. I will definitely not spend time on the game. I mean, if Amazon, a billion-dollar company, can't even purchase servers and implement servers that it's able to hold the amount of people that purchased the game, then they simply don't care about investing back into the community. They simply care about the amount of people that purchased the game. You know, you can't have servers that can only support 100,000 people at a time. I mean, look at that. There was just like a 3-second delay there. You can't purchase servers that can only support 100,000 people at a time and then have massive loading queues. Like, I mean massive. Let me show you guys again. The gigantic loading queues, and it's just unacceptable, you know. On some of the login queues, the wait was 2 days. I mean, 2 days. That's fucking ridiculous. You can't have a game where there are that amount of waiting time queues simply to enter the fucking game. I mean, it's ridiculous. So let me just show you guys here. Once again, I don't understand why everything is loading. Why is it loading? I mean, any other game like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, your shit is available immediately. As soon as you're in the game, you can click play and you can go into the fucking game. But I think Amazon has fucking potato servers. Their servers are a bunch of potatoes connected to each other with copper wire. Because honestly, this is ridiculous. It's quite unacceptable, to be honest. I mean, it won't even load the servers. Look at this shit. But I will show you guys just now the inexcusable amount of loading times. Connection error. I mean, a couple of times, like I said at the beginning, a couple of times I wanted to load my character and I go into the server, I click play, it puts me into the login queue. And then after 10 or 15 minutes, I'm kicked out of the login queue with an error like I just received. Like it says, login token expired. Meanwhile, I've been in the fucking login queue for 15 minutes. What's the fucking idea behind then saying that your login queue, your login token has expired? I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, I just want to show you guys the servers now, and it's not even allowing me to show you the servers, which is just, once again, ridiculous. I really would not pre-purchase this game. I would wait until day 1 or day 2, whatever, to watch a few live streams to see what the servers are like. Are the people still struggling for hours to get into the game? I mean, look at this. It's fucking ridiculous. Right now, the game only has 180,000 players, and this is the type of bullshit that you have to deal with to simply play the game. It's totally ridiculous, to be honest. Let me try a different server. It will probably do the same fucking thing. I mean, right now, I can't even get back into the game. I quit the game just now in order to show you guys this, but even if I wanted to, I couldn't get back into the game right now. It's basically the same thing over again from the beginning, where I wasted 2 hours of my life just trying to get into a fucking game. Now imagine you paying $40 for the game, and I think there's also like deluxe editions and shit like that, so maybe you paid more, maybe you paid $80 or $100 for the game, and then you can't even fucking play the game. You literally already gave your money to Amazon, but you can't even get into the game, you can't even play the game. Once again, expired token. I got that error a bunch of times at the beginning. That's why it took me 2 hours to simply get into the game. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys the login queues right now. It's not even allowing me to show you guys, but like I say, at the beginning I had 30-minute queues, an hour queue, stuff like that. There were some servers on the Asia servers and some of the European servers that had a login queue of 2 days. 2 fucking days. Imagine having to leave your game open and your computer running for 2 days simply to get into a game. I mean, that's ridiculous. And the worst thing about it, in my opinion, is the fact that the game is extremely demanding. I'm gonna show you guys here quickly. There, I get that error again. Look at this bullshit right here. I'm not even in the game, okay? I'm not even like physically in the game. The world isn't loaded, like there's no characters running around. Literally all that the game has to render right now is this area right here. You know, that's all that the game needs to render, that the graphics engine needs to render right now. But look at this bullshit. The game is currently using 100% of my GPU. That's my GPU right over here. Usage is 95%, 96%, 97%. It's using 100% of my GPU, and I have a GTX 1070 8GB card, or the 8 gig card. So I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Imagine having to leave your computer running. Your GPU is being used 100%. It's at full 100% load while you are in the menu of the game to go into the game. That's ridiculous. I don't understand how Amazon have created their game to be as poor as this, as poorly optimized as this. You can't get into the servers, and while you're waiting to get into the servers, your graphics card is working at 100% load. That's honestly fucking inexcusable. I haven't played an MMO as bad as this, as badly optimized as this, in many years, to be honest. So, is the game worth $40 in my opinion? Yes, if the servers work perfectly, if there's no logging queues, if there's no connection errors, and if there's no pay to win in the shops, then yes, I would say the game is okay for $40. It's not an amazing game, It's not fantastic. It's just okay. It's okay for $40. In fact, $40 is a little bit expensive, but it's okay. $40 isn't too bad. But right now, the servers are shitty. There's rubber banding. There's lag. There's disconnections. There's disconnection errors. There's server maintenance. There's login queues. And it seems like there is going to be pay-to-win stuff in the in-game shop. So, based on what I see right now, I would not recommend that you spend $40. If at day 1 in August, whenever the game releases, everything is perfect, there's no lag, there's no disconnections, there's no in-game pay-to-win bullshit, there's no faster leveling shit where you can pay to level faster, nothing like that, then yeah, I would recommend that you pay $40 for the game. The game would be probably fun, and it would keep you busy for probably 30 hours or 40 hours before you get bored of the stuff, depending on the end game. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think about the game, guys. I might do more videos on the game further down the line, but to be honest, I don't feel like spending another 2 hours simply in order to get into the game. I did it for you guys in this video. I obviously edited out the waiting time, the 2 hours waiting time, but to be honest, I don't see why the game would be worth going through all of that bullshit again. I did it once for you guys, but I'm probably not going to do it again, since as you see, it is absolutely impossible to get into the game right now. So yeah, guys, as always with all of my reviews, it would be really appreciated if you could head over to Patreon to support me there. It simply helps me to buy more games to review for you guys. So if you like my reviews, please head over to Patreon to support me there. It would really be appreciated, and it helps me to do more reviews for you guys. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.